Kara Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakathe Hawa, Brakathe Hawa Shai. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught this truth, which I believe through the Spirit is 100% of the truth. I'm your brother Malakama. Just doing a quick lesson today. It's going to be on how they conspire. You often hear the term talk about where they try to bring up conspiracy theorists and they try to label your conspiracy theory if you try to put these clues together that's handed before you. And anything of this truth that goes against the ways of this world, they consider that to be a conspiracy theory. And they do conspire against us, man, and make no mistakes about it. And so really, we really are truly conspiracy theorists, because we see that where they conspired against us, and it's not really a theory, but it's fact. It's been proven fact, these things that's happening, mainly against our people, Israel, you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And going to start off with Psalms, the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 2. We're going to read on down to 6. For lo, thine eyes make a tumult, they hate thee, have lifted up their head, they have taken crafty counsel against thee, against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, and that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, etc., etc. So they have conspired. All these other nations know who we are. They know that we are the Lord's people, man. We're the Lord's favorite. He chose us over all these other nations. But they understand too that we made a covenant with the Lord, and by us breaking that covenant, those curses are going to fall upon us. As long as they can try to keep us in sin, they feel that they can control the narrative, and they can kind of keep us in this perpetual downturn that we've been in, So they consulted together. They know who we are. That's why they took the name from us, told us we were not Hebrews, that we're just slaves brought over here from Africa, that we were pretty much Hamites and all that, which has been proven to be a lie. We are the Lord's chosen people because we fit the curses. We are the ones in Deuteronomy 28 that were brought over here and put in chains and irons and made to work for our enemies, And it was going to be that way until the Lord comes back and returns to deliver his chosen elect. And one way they conspire to destroy us is by breaking up our families, our homes. They further the curses by government conspired acts that they put together to keep our families separated. And I was watching this post that was on Facebook today, and it was talking about what happened to the Black family, what caused the Black family to break up. And some people were saying feminism, some were saying social programs like welfare and Section 8. And, so all these things really, they were things that were fostered by the government. So really government intervention is what caused our people, was the catalyst to breaking up the Black family. That's why you see the Black family now in the condition that it is now. 80%, 75 or 80% of the households are single family households, man. And we know through statistics that's a recipe for disaster, man. No nation can survive and be able to progress, in that fashion with the broken household, man. It doesn't work that way. The Lord did not set it up to be that way. And then the Spirit led me to another video what he's talking about today. The guy, he does videos, pretty good videos too. It's called Jay Marvis. He was talking about how they instigated and propagated rap music to help destroy the Black community. And you talking about the Black community, you talking about the Black family. And they started with this gangster rap, which they instigated back in the late 80s or early 90s, mainly through Eazy-E and these other rap groups during that time. and they help fund these type of things, you know. And you see where the rap music is going to today, you know, especially with the women in rap and the men with the drill music. But they help fund and promote these things within the community, which keeps us in sin, which keeps us against our power, man. And so, like I said, start off with NWA. You know, they were teaching us how to beat niggas, you know, and a lot of our people fell for it. Myself foremost, you know, when I was younger, you know, you was believing the hype that was coming out, you know, and it was promoting, you know, chasing the bag, you know, worshiping money, and you know, downgrading ourselves, calling ourselves niggas and bitches, and you know, that type of thing. And then you see where it's they're mutated to today, man, to just total degeneracy. You know, that's, you know, through these new artists today, which like Sexy Red, and it's so many that's popping out now, man. It's hard to even name them. You know, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B's. You know, that's on the light end of the scale now to what they have out here now. These artists. And all this shit is funded to conspire against us, man, to keep us in a low state so that we can not have the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua behind us. That separates us, man. Our sin is our kryptonite, as I often tell you in these videos. And so then, you know, with that, you know, we know, and he was explaining also in this thing, that's about the same time they brought in the crack cocaine era. You know, we was coming off, we just recovered off the heroin era during this during the early 70s and late 70s, early 70s, late 70s, you know, the heroin era. And we were starting to, you know, kind of find ourselves getting our footing, you know, and then we were starting to had a sense of community going on. And then what they bring in, the gangster rap era, then they bring in the cocaine era, and start off with movies like Scarface. They push that heavily in our communities, man. Niggas, every nigga in the community want to be like Scarface, want to be like Sosa, you know, want to start tooting, and then right on the heels of that, then they brought in crack cocaine, which is oftentimes being mentioned as being created in the UCLA laboratory, and you can look that up where they had these monkeys that they were had the monkeys in there smoking crack, you know, and then they released that deadly plague into our neighborhoods, man. And not to mention on top of that, that's when they took away all the jobs, sent the jobs overseas, and through the NAFTA agreement, so put Jake in a low state, then you insert crack cocaine and gangster movies, you know, niggas shooting and killing each other, fighting over turf, you know, and it's just been downhill spirals ever since then. And all this has been conspired against us, man. You know, they work together to push these things to help destroy our community. Therefore, that's why we're not going to be able to overcome these devils, man, unless we resort back to our power, man. That's Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And it's been projected, you know, it's been on prophecy that 2/3 is not going to get it. And the only way we're going to be redeemed is going to be our Lord and Savior Yahushua coming back and delivering us, man, out of the hands of these devils. Because they're very crafty in what they do. You know, they conspire. A lot of this stuff, they get these ideas and craftiness from the left-hand side, man. You know, they worship Satan. And the Lord and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua had controls over that. So he allowed that to happen, you know. That's part of our punishment, man. So we're going to go to the prophet Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death. With hell we are at agreement. When the overflowing scourge have passed through it, shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehoods have we hid ourselves. And that's these sellouts, man. These niggas that they put in front of us supposed to be so-called leaders of our people, you know. These Jay-Z's, these NWA, you know, people like that. These TD Jakes, you know, these false pastors that's misleading our people, that's not pointing our people in the right truth, in the right direction, keeping our people misled. You know, these people that made a covenant or agreement with these so-called elites of this world, man. So let me go back over it again. Isaiah 28, verse 15. We're going to read on down to 18. Actually 20. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, with hell we are at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through it, shall not come unto us. For we made lies our refuge, and under falsehoods have we hid ourselves. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I lay in Zion a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. What's that cornerstone? That was Yahushua coming on the scene 2,000 years ago, man. He showed us how to do it. He was the blueprint. Isaiah 28 verse 17. Judgment also will I lay to thy line, and righteousness to the plummet. And the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and water shall overflow the hiding place. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it. So when all hell break loose, those niggas that made an agreement with these upper elites, man, they're going to be exposed and they're going to be destroyed, man. They think that they're making us confident, signing on to these secret societies and all that shit, them pulling the wool over the eyes of our people is going to keep them safe during that time, man. They're going to be exposed, and the Lord is going to have a swift destruction on them, man. They're going to have hell to pay. So Isaiah chapter 28 verse 20, for the bed is shorter than that a man can stretch himself on it, and the covering narrower than that he can wrap himself in it. So imagine being laying in the bed, and the bed is too small, and you're trying to fit in there, and the sheets, you can't pull them over you to give you any comfort. That's the same way it's going to be for these dudes, man. That's that's misleading our people. These TD Jakes, these Ice Cubes, these all these entertainers that's put out there that's made us confident with these upper elites, man. They're going to be exposed, man, and they're going to be in a very uncomfortable position. They're not going to find any comfort during that day and during that time. And the Lord is steadily pulling back the wool, pulling back the sheets and exposing these frauds for who they are. They perpetrate that they really out here to help our people. But the whole time they really undermining our people, helping the enemy to help undermine our people for the riches of the world today, man. And they're going to be destroyed because of it. So with that, it wasn't meant to be a long lesson, but pray this lesson's edifying, man. And we just have to hold on and endure to the end and let the Lord do what he has to do, man. All praise to Yahweh B'Ashem, Yahweh Shah, and on to the next. Shalom.